Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm George, and this is Bit by Bit. All right, we've got some new Atari DLC on the way. Commodore might just be in a little bit of trouble, and Retroid goes back to the drawing boards for one of their handhelds. All that, just a little bit more on Bit by Bit. And here we go. First up from GenXGrownUp.com. Atari 50's Namco Legendary Pack DLC will be released on November the 13th, ladies and gentlemen. We finally have that release date that we've been craving for and looking for ever since we saw this announcement trailer. I don't know how many months ago at this point, but let's take a quick look at what's going to be in there. So first off, Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, the fan favorite, as it says here in the article that I happen to create. Yes, very much looking forward to that. Also, we've got a curated selection of games across 2600, 5200, 7800, Atari 8-bit computers, and the arcade cabinets themselves. So let's take a look at the full game list. First up, Dig Dug 2600 and 5200 arcade, 7800, 8-bit as well. Galaga for the 7800, Galaxian for the 26 and 52 and 8 bits, Pac-Man for the 5200 8-bit, Xevious for the 7800 and the arcade cabinet, as well as Pac-Man, my beloved Pac-Man for the 2600, priced at $7.99 USD, $8, November the 13th, available on these platforms: PS5, 4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. They give you just a little bit more detail here about the quick primer, what is Atari 50, why it matters, so on and so forth. Here's some specs, again, that price for you. It's called the Namco Legendary Pack. You'll be able to get it wherever you shop on any of these platforms. It's got some great stuff, and one really cool thing, not only can you watch this announcement trailer, but sometime thereafter on the 13th, we're not really sure when we're going to schedule it, maybe that day, maybe the next Tuesday, we are going to do a live stream featuring John from GenXGrownUp, of course, playing this new Namco Legendary Pack. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Man, so much cool stuff coming out from Atari these days. And our next bit from lightgunfanatics.com, they got a hands-on preview of the Intech Game Time Breaker light gun. This was at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I saw it there. I've also talked with these people at the Long Island Retro Gaming Show a while back. They're very good people, and this is a very unique piece of equipment. So this is compatible with the PlayStation 1 and 2, working on modern HD TVs. They've also got a PC version. We're going to get into that in just a second. It's a real pretty gun. You can see right here, modeled after the Time Crisis colors. Very, very nice. You've got your buttons down here. Here's your C button on the bottom, just like the GunCon 2, as he says. He did notice the PlayStation gun, it had Time Crisis 3 playing on a PlayStation 2 console. Here is that sensor that would plug into the PlayStation console if you'd like. He does mention in this article, you can check it out for yourself, that the lag or the accuracy was a little bit off on the PlayStation, but I think, yeah, down here, the PC version, which used a 2-point IR tracking system, generally felt a little bit more accurate than the PlayStation version. So keep that in mind if you're interested in picking one of these up for yourself. Some of the games included Hogan's Alley, Duck Hunt, Mechanized Attack, Operation Wolf, Beast Busters. So a lot of look. Here's a look at the booth right here. We've got all the different stuff on there. There's the screen that he was playing on. Very cool. Here's some of the pricing. The PlayStation versions are going to either be $120 or $150, depending upon you getting that HDMI converter with it or not. The PC version is going to be around $90 to $100. So PC version will be a little bit cheaper than the PlayStation version. I'm sure there's some licensing and technical details, that sensor, of course, being a big part of it. But if you're looking to get into light gun gaming, this is a great time to do so, and you definitely need to keep an eye on this website, Light Gun Fanatics. They have got all the latest information. And here's some saddening news from TimeExtension.com. It looks like the two major Commodore companies out there might be coming to blows very, very soon. So Commodore Industries is trying to prevent Commodore International from using the name And the logo. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Commodore Industries boss, Luigi Simonetti. Perry Fratrick, he's the guy who worked with the group to purchase the Commodore license and form the new company that is putting out the Commodore 64 Ultimate. But Commodore Industries has filed some injunctions, and it looks like we might be going to court. Here, he released a statement back in 2017. Commodore Industries SRL has always been willing to collaborate with anyone who truly wants to enhance and promote the brand and what it has represented for all of us in the community. However, where necessary, we will be ready to protect our rights before any authority on the strength of legal and substantive grounds that have been explained in detail in that press release back in 2017. Here are some of the products that company has put out. A little Bluetooth speaker. I don't even know what the hell that is. That looks like a tablet that they put out. Maybe some kind of a USB stick that's supposed to replicate the Commodore tape drive. I don't know. Anyway, they have now moved to prevent Commodore International from using the name. At the same time, the Commodore that Perry Fratrick, which is Commodore International, I'm getting confused on all of them. They just posted this cool little letter, but yeah, it's not looking. Here's the letter that they produced from Leonard Trammell, son of Jack Trammell. Yeah, it's just not looking good, folks. And here's another bit of Atari good news from GenXGrownUp.com. You guys remember 2017, that Atari Pong coffee table that was there? Well, it's back thanks to our good friends over at Allen One. This is going to begin shipping on December 10th of this year, so you can get it just in time for Christmas if you'd like to, ladies and gentlemen. So it is a beautiful system. I made sure to include plenty of beauty shots from their press kit. It's all physical. That's the part that gets me. This is not a video game that you plug emulators into and everything. It's a physical system that kind of harkens back to those original Atari Pong cabinets back in the day. Look at that beautiful spinner right there. I love the buttons. 1, 2. Oh, just love this thing. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. That paddle, I love it. It's so awesome. This is very, very cool. So the original company that was doing these for Atari, they dropped out. Allen One stepped in. You know they're doing a great job on those recharge cabinets, so Atari gave them a shot to bring this one back. It's going to come back at $2,999, so $3,000 US. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a statement piece for your arcade. This is not something that you just stick in a corner and hope nobody notices. You can pick it up at allen1.com. If you use that little link right there and you decide to pick one of these up for yourselves, then you'll be able to help Gen X Grown Up just a little bit, because that is an affiliate link for us. It's also going to be on AtariCom.com soon, but they haven't listed it just yet. But oh, look at the gorgeous with the seats and everything. The RGB going around the playfield is just beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got the money, they've got the time. And here's some interesting news from notebookcheck.com. Retroid has taken some polls because people are a little bit upset with these Pocket 6s that have been announced recently. So this came out right at the end of October, the 29th, as you can see right there. And this centers around mostly the Retroid Pocket G2 and Retroid Pocket 6, which were the announced systems. But most of the complaints are talking about this Pocket 6. Now you can see the two different images right here, and Retroid decided to run a poll asking their fans which they would prefer. This original one right here with these configurable buttons right below the screen and the speakers and all. You can see also the thumbsticks are in like symmetrical lines, which I don't particularly like, or this version here, but you see the thumbsticks are still there. Now these buttons, a couple of them have been moved to the back, but here are the poll results over on X. So first off, everybody wants to see that left stick on top. So these two right here switch. So D-pad switch with the thumbstick. But then of course, everybody, look at it, 68.8% of respondents on, I guess this is 9,811 votes. So that's quite a few people. They want to see the redesigned version above the current version. So You know, this is what it might look like if it's redesigned. Could be interesting, but we don't know yet because Retroid, as of the writing of this article, hadn't announced whether or not they will actually go with the new design. So if you guys have heard some more updated information, I'd love to hear it. Why don't you put it down in a comment down below, and we'll get some discussions going. Okay, here's just a quick little bit of news. The Intellivision Sprint pre-orders are live, actually on Amazon, not just Atari. They're going to be available for $150. It's going to start shipping on December 5th, as we told you in our video back at PRGE. I will have a special link down in the description of this video that will take you straight to this beautiful system of the Intellivision. We've already given you all the information. Go look at John's video from PRGE. He did 2 videos, one announcing it and one answering your questions. But if you use this special Amazon link that I'll have down in the description of this video, GenXGrownUp will get just a tiny couple of slivers of a penny thanks to Amazon and their wonderful affiliate program. But yeah, the Intellivision Sprint, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is going to be awesome. Look at all these beautiful games. Armor Battle all the way through Vectron. I mean, this thing is loaded to bear. It's actually going to be even better than a lot of the other systems because of those wireless controllers. I really love that with this new Intellivision Sprint. It doesn't have the cartridge slot, which we talked about at PRGE, but you can still load your games through the USB with the sticks and all that. John, I'm sure, will have videos explaining how to do all of that when we get ours in. But yeah, this thing looks beautiful, it's gorgeous, and you can head over to Amazon right now and pre-order it so you get it before Christmas. And that will wrap it up for another edition of Bit by Bit. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end, and we'll talk to you again next time. Bye-bye. That's going to do it for the news making headlines in the gaming world right now. I am George, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep on bringing you the news bit by bit.